So let's go over the main trade that we were watching. We were watching Qs, and we were watching it both short and long at this first channel, these two levels. So the previous close and the 100 SMA, we have a dual layer of protection plus some other resistance in there. So it's like a super protected level. Normally, I don't like starting in on that first candle of the market open. It's foolish, it's silly, but there are certain times where it's like it's more than acceptable. And today was one of them. When you have a protected trade like that, I'm going to be all about it. So as soon as the market opened up, it pushed into the previous close, got my first entry. That is this entry there. As soon as it washed out, that premium just exploded. It doesn't look like much, but it was actually quite a bit. From highs to lows was almost 2 points per share. So with the premium, it was about a point on the premium, which is huge, from $3 to $4. It's a massive percentage gain for such a small move. And then once it washed out, it popped back up right into this level, the previous close, for yet another test. Got a couple of entries there, and then just reaped the rewards all the way down into 455.81. And from that there, again, it doesn't look like much, but it's almost 4.5 points. It's a very deceptive chart. So that was one thing that was kind of going against us today, is the range on the morning was pretty substantial, and you do need to be cautious. It's more for experienced traders, or if you are underexperienced or inexperienced, you can just take smaller size and protect yourself through risk, which is basically all we can do as traders. So that was the short, and then flipped into the long right here. Absolutely bottom tick entry. Walked it up into first natural layer of resistance, which is right there. So real nice, was only holding small there, let it come back, and then simply just stopped out. So the first trade short, I locked in $19,397. And then on the long, locking in $2,511. So well over $20,000 on one stock within the first 15 minutes of the market open, which is fantastic. Also took SPY. Now, SPY was a secondary entry we were looking at. Oh, I'm going to backtrack. So this trade here, like I said, even though it's protected, it's hard to execute if you're a new trader. So what we were looking for, and we got the setup, was a wash and a retest of that level. And that's where most members executed on that trade. So I just wanted to clarify that. So now talking about SPY, what we originally were watching for on SPY, because it was over the previous close, we didn't want to take any longs up here. We wanted it to slice through and wash through this level and then retest. Now on this, I did end up taking the short on the retest, knowing that it's most likely going to go a little bit higher than just that level. How did I know that? Well, because of the amount of distance that it sliced through. It's not enough. So when you want to slice through and then a perfect retest, like if you're not used to emotions in your trading, like you're really new, then let it really wash out, get extended to the downside, let it push back up, tucker itself out, tire itself out coming into that level, and let it bump its head. That's the best way to do that. And if you don't understand what I just said, rewind and listen a couple of times. It'll make sense. And executed that trade short, added into pre-market highs, which is SPY's first natural layer of resistance. I knew if it's going to push, it's going to go right into pre-market high, so I was not worried in that. Added into that, and then again, just reap the rewards. And this could have been absolutely monstrous trade. It would have been about a $2 entry, going all the way to $10. That is a 500% trade, ladies and gentlemen. That is massive. So overall, very nice day, and locking in $6,955. So pretty close to a $30,000 day, all well within the first half an hour of the market open, which is what we do. We do this every single day, folks. If you want to learn how to trade controlled and professionally and be consistent, come to tricktrades.com and we will get you all educated up. That's what we pride ourselves on. Education. We're not an alert service. We're going to actually train you to be a legitimate, proper day trader. And remember, Monday, so this upcoming Monday, September 9th at 7 p.m. East, we have a budgeting webinar. You are not going to want to miss this. This is one thing that is grossly overlooked in the day trading world. And I'm going to be joined along with my wife, Chrissy. As well, we're going to be doing a case study on a couple of members, Jen and Adam, and we're going to go over their budgeting success, which ultimately led them to living a life that they could only have dreamed of before, and they're much happier in the whole nine. So we're going to go over all of that, and I know you guys are going to enjoy that. So that is Monday, September 9th. We will see you there. Adios.